yeah, no, it fell apart really quickly. I remember the weekend that Italy locked down, which I think was about mid-March. We came back on Monday and the phone was just ringing all day with people cancelling gigs left, right and centre. And suddenly all of the stuff in the calendar over the next, couple of months just disappeared. So that was pretty overwhelming. And then a week later we went into lockdown. Before that it was relatively normal. Like I did the Begonia Festival, that was the last gig that I did actually. And then all of a sudden it just wasn't. Yeah.
So this room is our Hooper room. It's probably our smallest room that's available for hire. We usually have classes in here of up to 30 people. That was pre-COVID. At the moment, this room can only take about 14 people with the COVID restrictions. So at the moment, it's set up for board meetings.
So what I would normally do here, just on a day-to-day basis, is prep the hires for the weekend, which is in this area here. So as you see, we have 7 speaker systems, and most weekends we would get about 4 to 5 PA systems going out. This has been sitting gathering dust for the past 6 months really, because no one's having parties.
So this space here is known as our Hugh Williamson foyer. At the moment, because we're shut down, we're able to use this space to store our newspapers. Usually this space would probably look a bit more tidy and a bit more empty, but because of COVID, we've been able to utilise the space a little bit differently. Hopefully we'll be able to do some more works in here and make this space a bit more, I guess, user-friendly when we can hire out the building again.
It's really actually quite straightforward now because we have all of these tubs, but it's just making sure that all of the correct leads are in to make it work, adding any extra bits if need be, and dealing with, I guess, the usual emails, phone calls of people wanting to book equipment. That's what I kind of do on a day-to-day basis.
Now, this room here is our largest room. This is called our Minerva space. I'll turn the lights on so we can see the whole building, whole room. So this space can hold up to around 300 people. The space unfortunately hasn't really been utilised since, I guess, January this year when we held our massive bushfire appeal concert where we raised over $20,000 for the Victorian Government bushfire appeal.
Yeah, I'm not really one to go out to dinner with friends or, stuff like that. Usually, gigs are a social experience for me. And a lot of people, in Ballarat and Melbourne, I haven't seen at all. And we're all in the same boat, I guess. So it's been isolating. I used to think I was an introvert. I guess I still am, but you sort of take for granted how much doing gigs and even just going as a punter, how social it is and how much it means to people who like doing this stuff. So yeah.
So pre-COVID, this space really can be used for almost anything. So we had lots of bands. We were putting on concerts almost once a month with live music, large bands. The stage is big enough to have, up to 10-piece bands on it. At some stages, we could have even up to, 15 and 20-piece if we really tried to fit everyone in. We could run movies. We have a movie projector screen and a really nice projector in the back here. We could have balls and dinners and so many different things in here. Obviously for dinners we could fit up to around 130 people. So we were running quite a lot of different things. The space is so transformative and so versatile that it can be used for almost anything.
We're doing a lot of funerals. that's pretty much it in terms of anything that resembles an event. A lot of it is just reorganising the warehouse. So this is new, this shelf system. So this will be really great when we start doing hires again. And it's just a lot of medial things like painting or putting test tags on leads. Actually, one thing that we sort of decided about a month ago was when we replaced all the test tags on the leads to not even bother doing any more 2021s. We've just gone straight to 2021 and 2022 because we figure that not many leads are going to go out. So yeah, that's something as well. We've just been, tidying up, building road cases, redecorating, that sort of stuff, really.
So it changed the way that we did things quite dramatically. We moved from being a venue that could have up to 300 people. The first stage was, we could only have around 60 people in here. And then it went to a maximum of 20 people in a space. And then obviously now we can't really have anyone in here. So it has changed how we do things at the moment quite dramatically. We did produce a couple of live streaming shows where we only had 5 people in the room at a time, and we used the space because it's a nice flat space. We could use it for whatever we really wanted. We could set up tables on the floor and have cameras and stuff. But it's been interesting and also quite heartbreaking to come into this space that hasn't been used for months. It's just, really, really sad sometimes. I
mean, it's been tough, especially because SLC's been around since before I was born, so it's been really hard to sort of see it go from, this thing that just always kept us busy, that we could always talk about, to just sort of, what it is now, which is the best part of nothing much. So it's been really hard, just especially because SLC does mean a lot to me with Dad running it.
Being the venue manager of such a beautiful space has really been, I don't even know what to say. As I say, it's been quite heartbreaking and quite, I feel like my passion is creating events and being quite a creative person, coming up with new ideas and bringing people along with those ideas and engaging local artists and local people, and just that I can't really do that while we're in lockdown and while COVID's happening has been, a bit of I guess, like I've sort of been a bit lost at times, being quite, distressed and upset that, I can't come in here and do the stuff that I really want to be doing. Obviously, that's happened with pretty much the whole arts community, that we don't know what to really do at the moment. But it's also helped me figure out how to do things differently and how to think about what our future can look like, and hopefully that will mean that in the future we will be able to be more sustainable and more resilient.
And I think also it's made me realise how much I do really love my job when I'm actually doing my job. I don't think I could ever do, a normal 9 to 5 with medial tasks, because I've been doing that for the past 6 months and it sucks. So it's definitely made me realise I'm in the right career, because I just really actually miss what I was doing beforehand. So
So at the moment, I guess the future is in live streaming. So the future really for us looks like, well, hopefully we've applied for a few different grants, and hopefully if we get those grants, it means that we can purchase some more equipment, and we can purchase some things that will help us with the future. We're hopefully going to get some cameras and some live streaming equipment that will help us put on shows safely without having necessarily a large audience here in the space. And I think that will as I said, thinking about the future and thinking about how we do things in the future, I think this live streaming sort of stuff will probably be something that sticks around. So, we might sell tickets. Even if we can get people back into the building, we'll probably still do both things. So we'll have, a relatively small audience here in the space, but also have cameras set up so that people can watch it from home, or even joining with other venues and live streaming to another venue, and engaging with other venues so that they can produce something, and we can almost have two venues running the same sort of event. That's hopefully the plan for the future.